Hello and welcome back to Trust God with Dorian James. My name is Dorian James, and let's get into today's video. Hello, welcome back to my channel. First things first, could you do me a favor? Could you hit that subscribe button for me? Could you do that for me, please? Like the video, and by the end of this video, if you love it, please leave a comment and share this video with a friend or your family member or your grandma or your grandpa. Today's video is a devotional, kinda something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. It's literally about fearing men. I think that this topic of fearing men or seeking the approval of men is something that I have dealt with in the past. It's something that I have dealt with growing up, even as a young Christian. Growing up, I've always looked for the approval of men. And there is a quote by Lecrae, the rapper. He's a great guy. His main motto, his quote has always been, "If you live for people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection." I think that is so real in today's time. I think a lot of people are living for another person's acceptance more than God's acceptance. We're living for people's approval than God's approval. Which brings us to today's verse, which is Galatians 1:10, which says, "For am I now seeking the favor of men or of God? Or am I striving to please men? If I were still trying to please men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ." The first sentence in that verse where it says, "For am I now seeking the favor of men or of God?" That's a question that we all have to ask ourselves when we're making any type of decisions. I see this a lot in church. I really do. I do see this a lot in church culture where, should I say it? Should I say it? I should say it, shouldn't I? I'm gonna say it. I'll give you an example. So I grew up in an apostolic church. I grew up where people were pressuring you to receive the Holy Ghost. So in apostolic doctrine, they believed that if you received the Holy Ghost, you were like officially saved. You can see this. It's not even in apostolic churches, just so y'all know. This is across all church, but I'm just speaking from my background. Let's say there were 10 people and 9 people or 8 people got the Holy Ghost, and there was only 2 people who didn't get the Holy Ghost. Those 2 people would get shunned by everybody, and I would see where people would go and fake like they had the Holy Ghost. They would fake like they speaking in tongues and things of that nature, just to win the approval of others and just to fit in with everybody else. And I see it a lot in today's church, whether it's a Baptist church or whether it's a Pentecostal church. It doesn't matter. Like, I've seen it across church where people say, "Oh, I want to be a pastor," or, "Oh, I'm called into the ministry," just to win the approval of their peers. And I think that is so dangerous for Christians. What can man do to you? What can man do to you? If you're this person who's trying to win the approval of others, or who is struggling with this, that's the big question that I give to you, that I'm asking you. What can man do to you? Jesus said that we should be more afraid of the person who is able to kill the soul and the body than to be afraid of the person who can only kill the body. For me personally, I had to ask myself that same question. What can man do to me? Like, honestly, they can, shun me from their little group. They can talk about me. Yeah, I mean, what can they really do? They can't, if they kill me, I mean, that's murder. And if I'm actually a Christian and they do kill me, I'm going to my mansion. So it's a win-win situation. Honestly, I think that's the biggest thing that we have to ask ourselves. Like, are we really, everything that we're doing in our lives today, are we actually doing this to get on people's good side, or are we doing this to get on God's good side? What is our actual motive behind everything that we do in church? That's when it comes to singing, altar call, everything in terms of church. What is the motive behind it? Are we doing this so this person over there could see that I'm a spiritual person? My encouragement to you guys, do not be scared of people. I'm still working through this myself. I don't know. I think as I gotten older, I just stopped caring about what people have to say, because honestly, it's just talk. They can only talk, and that's it. That brings us to the end of the video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and tell me what are some things that I should talk about on this channel. What's some more topics that I need to talk about on this channel that are a little controversial? I don't mind dealing with controversy. At the end of the day, trust God, and He'll lead you in the right path. All right, peace.